Derrick Rose has been in the headlines, and not because of his play. Just a couple days ago, he came out and said, "Look, I'm going to start taking some more nights off. I'm going to play less minutes because we all know he is injury prone." But the reason he kind of said it is he said, "In the future, I don't want to be coming out of meetings or going into meetings with my knees or ankles hurting. I don't want to have to go to graduations and worry about limping or having pain in my extremities because of what I've done now. I want to be able to live my life pretty much in the future pain-free," which I say to you, okay, I don't disagree with you. Yeah, you know,
That's priorities. You know, his own
manage your
health
money right, and you don't
over.
have to play another
Yeah.
game in the NBA, and you're just fine. So I don't disagree with that. And then came the backlash, especially if you're in Chicago, because there are lots of players out there, and these are the players we celebrate in all sports who don't mind putting their bodies on the line every single night, every single play. They'd rather leave it all out on the court or the field or the diamond, whatever sport you're playing. They will give it all for their teams, which I say to those players, thank you for giving such a great effort. But you're right, you should have a life after your sport. Now, these are athletes, they are just playing a game, really. So is there any other game you could think that somebody might sacrifice the rest of their life, that he's going to be done by the time he's 35, 36. Now, that's if he isn't done like next year, because he seems to rupture his ACL every year. But that now being said, I don't really blame him. But the fans were angry, to say the least. They were blasting him left and right, calling him lazy, calling him a bum, and stuff like that. So, again, if I'm a fan of that team, I'm probably not the happiest with that. But I understand. You got to understand that these players do need to have a future. They do need to have lives after said sport.
Yeah, and
Then,
honestly, if we think it's commemorable that some players do put their bodies on the line, then we have to accept that it should really be the default that they don't.
yeah,
Honestly, the default should
exactly.
not be that you
Exactly.
risk yourself. The default is that you take care of yourself, and it's all about what you prioritize. Whether you prioritize the game over yourself or yourself over the game. Like, what are you in this for? Are you in it just to play, or is it something that you want to have fun, but you want to help progress yourself? Like, it is a job for them.
It
Do
is.
you try to go to work every day and give it your all to the extent that you're going to be ruined for the rest of your life in a few years? Like, most people, I don't think they're trying that. Most people will be like, I'm feeling a little sick. Let me call out right now.
Hmm. Yeah, and so I don't disagree at all with what he said there. Probably don't say it in the middle of the season. Wait until after the season or something. But I don't disagree. So then we had the fan backlash. They were very upset. And then we had Derrick Rose's response. Now, this is kind of where I veer off of how he kind of approached that. He started saying, I couldn't care less what the fans think. If they don't understand that this is just a game, then I don't care about them. And went on to, I'm paraphrasing for him, but went on to kind of take a disdainful attitude. He said that people are still going to admire me in the way I play, even if I don't play every night. And it's like, okay, dude, all right. I think you should have just stopped with, hey, I got to live my life. I got to have a life afterwards. And what's the point of making all this money playing a game if I won't be able to enjoy it with my family? And so, again, Derrick Rose, I agree with pretty much the sentiment of everything you said there. Disagree with your last bit of statements. Yeah, just because the fans get angry and start needling at you, I don't think you need to have any type of blowback on the fans. Again, they are the ones who pay your salaries. So if they get a little upset, they're not running up to you in the street and like screaming in your face. They're just putting something on Twitter. Turn off your Twitter or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it might not have been the best PR way of saying things, but I can understand where the guy's coming from. Like, people are getting angry at him for sitting out a few games to take care of himself. The people that are not, that think that essentially are treating him as, I don't know, just a toy for them. Like, he's perform for them. I don't know, a circus monkey or something like that. That they want him. They don't care if he's going to get hurt. Whatever. Screw you, man. Go do your job.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless. So I can understand him being pretty upset about that, and I would say that that's really where that I don't care what fans are saying comes from, because He's not going to care. He doesn't care if they're going to be upset about it. He needs to take care of himself, and that's legit
Well, yeah,
too.
and I'm not saying he should.
And I can see why he would be angry at them for that, because, like I said, they're saying like, no, you're a circus monkey. Go do your job. Go do whatever. We don't care if you get hurt.
Now,
so I'll be a
so
little bit
I'm
bitter
going to
about
put it
that
this
too.
way: he is kind of a circus monkey, but I do think they should care if he gets hurt. That's how I'm going to put it. Yes, he is a commodity, but you should not want. It's like a pet. You want your pet. It's there for your enjoyment, but you should take care of your pet. And I'm not saying Derrick Rose is an animal. I'm not saying any of that, because I agree with him. He should think about his life after basketball, but he is there to entertain. So fans, whereas they should not, want them to break their entertainment. He is not a toy. He is still a human being. He is an entertainer. It's kind of, I totally agree with Derrick Rose with his comments. I mean, and I just said that, but I agree with his comments on he should not, have to sacrifice his life after his career. And I disagree with the fans quite blowing back at him. But again, you are an entertainer. If somebody's upset with your stuff, that is kind of what you're getting paid for, to deal with said stuff. Just let it blow over. Let that roll off your back and keep doing what you're doing. Because what you're doing is the right thing, and you should not have to come out and you stoop yourself almost to their level to justify what you're doing. Because I agree with him. He's doing the right thing for himself, for his family, for his future. Just, be above the people who are criticizing you and just let it go away. That's all I got to say.
I'm just saying that I understand the kind of the anger and bitterness to give that kind of blowback, and maybe not the best PR move, but
yeah, again, yeah, and let's just say somebody put something really nasty about me in the comments. I'm probably not going to say anything to him about him, though. I'm just going to let it roll off my back, because I am the circus monkey right now. I am trying to be out here dancing to perform. And hey, if you don't like what I'm doing, if you're putting stuff down, okay, well, at least
I'll say something. I'll say I
Brendan
agree with everything they say.
So put your hateful comments in the comments below, and when Words from My Face agrees with you, know that it's Brendan. But I don't know.
I do think Brian looks like a chip.
Well, it was a metaphor, but okay, fine.
No longer a metaphor. Can't tell the bag.
But let us know what you think about the whole Derrick Rose situation. Do you agree with him? Do you agree with us? Do you agree with in the middle? I guess we're agreeing with him, so you would agree with us if you agreed with him. But just hit us up. Let us know your thoughts on the situation. And if you want to hatefully comment about me and watch Brendan agree with you, put that down. Put that down below too.